welcome to our February 2022 Bone Shaman reading. It is a new month in a new year, and it is the second month in a 2022 year. So powerful. We've got a lot to chat about. I'm not going to play my drum and sing like I usually do, because in reviewing the videos, the sound just isn't coming through great. And so I went ahead and did my channeled song before I got on here live. I was just oiling my drum, making sure it was all good from playing it just a second ago. So I'm gonna get right into it. I will carry us through a couple of deep breaths to get nice and connected. But like I said, I did my ceremonial song, channeled song from the Bone Shaman before joining live, because the drum just wasn't sounding great on the mic with my phone. So once I get a feel for how I want to do these readings, this is usually my normal setup with the lives every Sunday. Is great with my camera and my professional mic. But because it's, I really want you to be able to see what falls on, the cloth for the trinkets and everything from the bone casting readings. I can't use my camera because it's a little too far away and I can't operate it myself. So I am going to just continue to do them the way I've been doing them. If that's all right with all you, let me know in the comments. And if you do want your own personal Bone Shaman reading, I do offer these one-on-one for anybody who's interested. The link is in the description, or will be in the description by the time this uploads. And if it's not, then go check out the weekly reading in the description there. You can click the book session link and you can find the Bone Shaman readings there. So tonight we are going to open it up for mini readings for those of you who are looking to get some guidance and clarity around something in your life that you may need support in. So get your super chat ready so that you can throw in a little donation to get in line for your own personal mini reading. But before that, we will go ahead and do a Bone Shaman collective reading for this month of February 2022. But let's go ahead and first just get a feel for who's joining us live. Let me know if you're joining live and where from and how you're feeling today. We are on the second day. We are already on to the second day of the 222 portal. So another 2 to add to the mix. And we started that 222 portal on February 2nd. It's going to go till February 22nd, 2022. Powerful 2 portal. It's all about awakening. And that was the card that I pulled for the second month, the February month of the year, from the annual 2022 reading that I did in the beginning of the year. So we had the awakening card for February, and we are feeling that strong with this 222 portal. And I know for a lot of you, this 222 portal is going to bring some intensities. I talked about this in the weekly reading. We'll talk about this more as I connect to the Bone Shaman and what that really means in regards to complicated or complex situations or conflict. And we'll get ancestral realm guidance on that as well. But these intensities of February are really good for us. They are helping us to become more awakened beings and to evolve in the areas of our life that we are meant to. So embrace the transformations, embrace the intensities of February, embrace this energy that's coming through and showing you what you need to focus on or adjust. Or redirect in order to really step into your highest light, okay? Super exciting. For those of you who are often joining me on these Bone Shaman readings, thanks for joining again. And for those of you who are new to these Bone Shaman readings, thanks for joining. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I do readings all the time on here. Every single Sunday, I do a weekly reading at 1:11 p.m. Central Time, right here live on YouTube. I also do these Bone Shaman readings every single first Friday of each month. And I also provide Starseed Saturday meditations that are also a reading. It's really a Starseed reading and meditation. We can call it a cosmic activation, Starseed cosmic activations. Every Saturday, I post those sometime throughout the day, usually earlier in the afternoon is when you can expect to see those jump on my YouTube channel. And those are for those Starseeds out there. So tons of different readings that show up regularly on this channel. So you'll definitely want to subscribe and share with friends. Make sure to do that so we can continue to build and grow this web of light community that we've been connecting with and vibing with for so many years here. All right, everybody, how are we doing today? We got Bright Light Warrior Nika from Clearwater, Florida. That's so awesome. My grandpa used to live in Clearwater, Florida. Mrs. Cow from Virginia, good to see you, love. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Carmelyn, it's so good to see you. Oh, thank you so much for the love of my music and what I do on my channel. I appreciate that. Yeah, for all of you who haven't had a chance to hear my conscious music albums, make sure to go check those out. They are very, very activating, deliberately written and produced to help you through your spiritual journey through music. And I have a very hip hop, R&B / pop soul vibe. So you can expect that kind of energy coming through the music. And you can find it on any streaming service at all, under Rissa Vibes, okay? So Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Play, Tidal, all of the things. YouTube, you can just look up Rissa Vibes and you'll see me, okay? You can also check out the music videos that I have out under the playlist, the music video playlist on this channel as well, if you want to see some visuals with the music also. Super, super fun. All right, everybody, are we ready? Are we ready to get going on this bone shaman reading? I only stay on here for about an hour. That's just what I prefer in regards to channeling for so long. So let's go ahead and get it going. Okay, let's get it going. For those of you who want a mini reading or have any questions or want me to tap into anything, make sure to use that super chat donation option in the chat. And I will see that pop up and I will put you in the queue for your personal reading so we can tap in and get you the clarity you need, okay? We do this every single month, so make sure if you haven't set up your super chat yet, make sure to do it by next first Friday. And if you haven't set up yet, and if you haven't set it up yet and you do want to have a private mini reading, just let me know. I do accept Cash App and PayPal and Venmo, okay? And I can give you that information if you ask for it in the comments, okay? All right, let's go ahead first and tap in. I'm going to bring in the bone shaman and also call in our guides. So this is a great time for all of you to just start breathing deeply at your own natural pace, opening your heart center and calling in your own guides of the highest love and light that you like to connect to. This can be your higher self or just your guides, your angels, your ascended masters. It could also be source, God, energy, the universe, whatever feels good as you breathe. Calling in the guides of the highest love and light, your angels, ascended masters, passed on loved ones, ancestors, and any additional guides of the highest love and light who wish to be of service. Also calling forth our higher selves to be present with us at this time, February 2022, to provide and receive the exchange of energy necessary to gain the guidance that we may need at this time, breathing deeply. And also calling in the bone shaman and the ancestors, the ancestral realm, helping us to see what we need to see from the roots of our history, from the roots of our bloodlines, from the roots of our consciousness that stretch up to higher consciousness and higher experience, higher vibrational experience, to bring light into our awareness today. Breathing deeply. I'll go ahead and connect to the bone shaman and we'll see what we have for collective reading. We are embarking on a new phase of history, a new path, a new experience of our entire human collective. We are allowing for the rebirth of consciousness, the rebirth of vibrational awareness of our being and its limitless power. We are on the verge of emerging renewed, cleansed, and vital. We are feeling the parts of our cells activate on an energetic alignment, an energetic perspective. We are feeling ourselves connecting. We are feeling the communities, the subcultures, the ecosystems of our civilization, finding harmony, synergizing, and becoming productive in the divine missions, the divine purposes that they have been assigned, so that the world may also emerge as a collective in a new light. This is the awakening of the world. This is the awakening of this century, of this phase of human history. We are seeing a lot of newborn babies coming through to represent the symbolism and the literal evolution of humanity. We are seeing these new babies being born with consciousness that is far beyond what we have seen from them before. We're noticing that the youth has a new type of skill, one that we are still learning to understand, and one that we are still learning to adapt to, and them to us. It is important that we allow for the parts of ourselves that are old and buried to be released, the parts of human perspective, the parts of human systems that need to be released and die away so that the new light can have space to grow and evolve. And thus we are seeing the parts of ourselves that represent the old conditioning, the old systems, the old paradigms, the old frequencies being starved, cleared, redirected, and released for this purpose. There are complicated issues that arise from this process of transformation as we question what is true, what is real, what is right. Please remember that what is true is what is in your heart. What is real is what is in your mind's eye. And what is true, real, raw, and reconnected to your being is all that you are feeling, sensing, and experiencing at this time. We are coming up to a new version of ourselves, a new version of the world, a new version of human history. So allow your bodies to change, allow your minds to change, allow your heart to change, allow your spirits to change, because this is what allows for the changes in the world. There are new times upon us. Be one with those who you feel most one with, and allow yourself to be one with yourself, your spirit guides, and source, to stay in harmony and synergy with all that is changing. Stay mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared. Allow yourself to hold yourself in love and compassion and nurturance whenever needed. And do not allow any fears to cloud your judgments, your intuitions, or your power as you prevail in this path towards your purpose and all that it entails. It is not meant to be easy. It is meant to be productive. It is meant to help things come together, to be created for the betterment of all. It is to level up and lean in. Let's see what the guides are saying for the energy with these beautiful casting trinkets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, here we go. All right, y'all, so if you remember from last month, we had a beautiful synergy, a lot of patterning with this, okay? We had the feminine energy looking away, which was our intuitive parts of ourselves kind of looking away, not paying attention to what's going on. They're still kind of looking away, but they're looking more up towards the future and towards what's best. So this is a more optimistic energy than last month, which is good. So our intuition is helping us start to feel more optimistic, starting to feel more inspired, encouraged, uplifted, and that higher vibrational energy that we're feeling because of this is going to help us move our intuition in a direction where it's actually showing us what we need to see instead of looking at things that we don't really need to pay attention to. So the distractions are still present, but we're a little bit more positive about them, which is helping them not be so negatively impactful, and it's helping us to start to move away from the distractions and focus on what's really important. So a lot of us right now are still feeling a little bit disconnected from what we're wanting to be focusing on, from what we know we should be doing. We're still feeling a little bit separate from the path that we know we're meant to be on, but we're feeling a little bit more optimistic and positive about where we're at versus last month. And that's really helping us to make the appropriate shifts in other areas of our life to start to get our intuition to really help us connect us completely to the path we're meant to be on. So be patient with yourselves right now. For the collective, you know, we're all going through our own little bits of transformation and rebirthing. I love what the Bone Shaman came through in just talking about the babies being born and these new light energies and light codes coming through them, helping us to wake up as a civilization. You know, let yourself be kind to yourself as you feel yourself becoming renewed and reborn. You know, when we are babies, we're just learning to walk, everything's really sensitive and everybody's really fragile with us and gentle with us, right? But we lose that when we get older and we stop treating ourselves with that same gentleness. Even though we still go through similar rebirthing experiences. So when you come out of that birthing experience, be gentle with yourself, or as you come through it, right? Be gentle with yourself. Let yourself have grace and ease through that experience, okay? So we're still got some work to do with our intuition and focusing it in the right direction, but we're feeling a little bit more positive, okay? So keep that positivity going. The more positive you feel about what you're experiencing right now, the more your intuition will show up to guide you into something even better that's also more positive, okay? This next part is our little confetti piece. It's been rolling a little bit, but it stayed upside down. This is us feeling a little bit, they're saying hung up over our magic. This is saying that we're feeling conflicted around our magic. Some of us here in the collective are feeling conflicted over our magic. So what that means and what they're saying to me right now is that this is people feeling unsure of what they believe in. Some people kind of questioning if what they've been believing in is still valid to them in the magic realm, in the way that they view magic. This is a little bit of questioning it based on frustration, maybe not seeing the results that you want to see in your life by the time you want to see them. maybe feeling like there's some hardships or complexities you're facing and you're trying everything, but somehow the magic you're trying to work in the situation isn't working. Just feeling a little defeated in your pursuit of manifesting things with magic to make things better in your life. This is temporary. Your guides are saying that there is reason why we are feeling this way as a collective. We're kind of being forced to go back to the basics and remember why we started believing in the magic in the first place. Remember the experiences that brought the magic in the first place. Remember what we were doing, how we were thinking, how we were feeling, who we were around. Because a lot of us have gotten away from that and are wondering why we aren't experiencing the same kind of magic, and we're feeling defeated over it when we don't need to be. We need to actually recognize how we are kind of creating that by not doing all the things we were doing before that was getting that magic going. So if you're feeling defeated by your magic, or you're feeling hung up over it, or just resistant towards it, or feeling like it's not doing enough for you, check and see if you're doing enough for it. If you're doing enough to activate it like you were before when you were feeling like it was really working out for you. And notice what changed from then till now, because that will also help you to recognize what else needs to be done to kind of get that perfect formula in place for your connection to happen and the manifestation to occur, okay? So don't be hung up over magic. Remember, stay positive. The more you stay positive, the more your intuition will start to look towards this way, towards everything going on, which will also help your magic elevate and become more productive. So it's all connected, okay? Love this. Thank you, y'all, for being so engaging and active on here. Danielle, I see you. You are going to be our first mini reading with the Bone Shaman today. But let me go ahead and talk about this last little piece here before we get into that. Anybody else wanting a personal reading, go ahead and start putting your super chat donations in the comments so that you can get in line, okay? All right, so this last little piece, and I also want to mention everything here is on the masculine side and facing it. And the masculine right now for us, the masculine side of our being, our right side of our energy, our body, is really going through it. And also the masculine collective is really going through it. They're really having to face themselves, and they're really having to dig deep. They're really having to dig deep within themselves on some of their core values, some of their core beliefs. If you're a man in this world, you are likely going through some changes, some big changes in your life. You may be feeling like you're in a place of confusion. You may be feeling a little bit the men out there right now, they're feeling like they need to go deep, but they don't know how. And it's scaring them. So if you're a man in this world, and you're feeling this way, know that you're not alone. Know that this is for the purpose of activating you to start looking within and really understanding who you are on a deeper level than what you present outside of yourself or what you experience in your daily routine, but really going deep into understanding yourself. How do your emotions express themselves? How do you process them? How do your thoughts connect to your emotions that cause more of your reality to continue to manifest itself? How can you start to control that? How can you start to alter it according to what you really want to do and be and experience? So the masculine energy out there is going through these big changes and facing themselves. So if you are one of them, or if you're even feeling that within your own masculine energy, no matter what gender you have a masculine energy. And so if you're feeling that, give yourself some grace. Know that this is all happening for a reason, and dive deep into who you are. Do the self-exploration work to uncover your magic and uncover your intuition and uncover the roots of your being, okay? And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching to do this, to uncover your gifts and to tap into more of your manifestation power, whether you're a man, woman, no matter what expression you choose to use in this world, this universe, then you should definitely reach out to me and let me know, because I am enrolling for the beautiful Intuitive Luminary one-on-one coaching course and program. And this is a really great opportunity that opens up every single year to whoever is interested and ready to dive deep into uncovering their gifts and stepping into their soul purpose and walking their enlightenment path with a mentor. Yours truly. So I'm super excited for that. You can get a free consultation call with the link in this video or in any of the other weekly reading videos. The link is in there to book your free consultation call. And you're going to want to sign up before the 22nd of February, before that portal ends. Otherwise, there will be some late registration fees because the program starts on the 1st of March. We're starting in March. So definitely reach out if you're interested. So the last little piece here is our ancestors. Our ancestors are coming through for the collective, and these are ancestors, a lot of them on the patriarchal side, but really just ancestors here to uncover more of our true self. They're here to show us the roots of our lineage. They're here to ground us into our body and make us remember why we're here for our family line and what we're meant to do for our culture, for our traditional connections, for our ancestral connections. There is also maybe some plant medicine being called into this experience as well. This is a cacao pod, if you don't know. Very ancestral, very indigenous, very connected to the earth, very grounded. Can hear the cacao pods in there. And so this is really, really letting us know that we've got to dive deep. We've got to dig to our roots. We've got to root into who we are, where we've come from, why we're here now, what we're meant to do, what legacy we're meant to create. And we need to use that as our foundation. We need to reconnect to our why. Why are we here? So that we can use that as more motivation to move forward and get certain things done. So if you're having a hard time getting certain things done in a productive way, maybe you're procrastinating or you're just feeling complacent or you're feeling uninspired or lethargic around it, connect to your why. Connect to the roots of why you want that thing to be done, why it needs to be accomplished. Connect to your ancestors and what it means for you to finish that or to do that work. You know, maybe you know your family line is known for procrastination and it has really affected a lot of people in your family's lives negatively. Maybe you're meant to break that cycle, so you've got to push through, right? You've got to remember why you need to push through and not procrastinate, right? So just an example there. All right, love it for the Mass Collective. Any questions, anything like that, let me know. But essentially, our intuition is still a little distracted, but we're a little bit more positive than we were last month. The more positive we are, the more intuition starts to focus in. If you're feeling hung up or defeated by your magic, don't worry. You definitely need to see what you can do to start bringing in that magic, reconnect to the times when your magic was really powerful, and have more faith in it, and do those things and it will activate. And then root into your bodies, connect to your ancestral line, and allow for maybe even some plant medicines to uncover what it is that you're meant to do and more of your why to help you keep going with more zealous and more motivation this month, okay? Because we do have a lot of intensities this month. We do have a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a little bit hard as those intensities pile on to keep going, to keep pushing through. So remember your why, use your intuition, don't get distracted, and don't get defeated by your magic, okay? Those are the lessons for this month for the Mass Collective, not the Masculine Collective. We already gave them a little reading, but the Mass Collective. And make sure if you're joining a little late that you check out the beginning of this message where I channeled the Bone Shaman. He gave us even more information before we pulled the bones, okay? All right, Danielle, ready for you, love. Let's start. Any messages the universe has for you, Danielle? You got it. Melissa's next. Both of my luminaries. Love it. My newest luminaries. Shout out to y'all. Doing the work, doing the work. Good to see everybody. Who else is here, by the way? Kevin's here. Good to see you. The ancestors are with you. Love it. Carmelyn has a question. Doing better, been getting spiritually attacked a lot lately, but still standing. Glad I'm blessed enough to be divinely protected. So thankful, but still going through a lot of emotions. Yeah, there's lots of emotions. Check out my weekly reading for the emotional stuff. Also check out my Instagram that I did, the moon talk that I did on Instagram at the top of the week, where I talk about the Aquarius moon. You know, that moon is air sign moon, but it's also a water bearing moon. And so it's got a lot of emotional energy to it as well. And it's also kind of making us feel some overwhelm emotionally, but we're really not meant to patch it up or solve it or be the problem solver. We're meant to just feel it and move through it, okay? If you want some more information on it, or you want me to tap in for a mini reading for you, love, Carmelyn, just throw a super chat donation up there and I will get you in line, okay? Good to see y'all that just joined. What's up, Lindsay? What's up, Hilaire? Good to see y'all. We just did the mass collective reading from the Bone Shaman, and now we are doing the personal readings. We're starting with our dear sis Danielle, seeing what universe has for her. Oh, I love it. Ooh, we got some new trinkets coming through here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just checking. Okay, I'm gonna first talk about our Herkimer Diamond up here. Ooh, you see it, the Herkimer Diamond. It's so pretty, it's so pretty. First of all, you got two. It was a drum. So this means two-step process, two-step, two places, two connections. And they're divided. It's one is more connected to your feminine side, your intuition, your creativity. The other one is connected to your masculine and balancing that with some more feminine. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this. First of all, though, the Herkimer Diamond right here, we're gonna start with the masculine side, but this is also it was a little bit on top of things. The Herkimer Diamond is all about our highest level of intuition and connection to source, our highest capacity to manifest magic. It also represents the prism of light and how we can see so many different spectrums of light when we look into a prism of light. When we look into a light-bearing source, we end up seeing so many different lights, okay? And so what this is saying is that the more you look into the light of yourself, the more you see the light in yourself, Danielle, the more you will see the light in your experience. This is attesting to some self-love and mirror work. They're wanting you to do some mirror work around looking in the mirror and seeing yourself as a light being. I know you already do, but they're wanting you to, there's something that maybe you've been resistant on, something that you felt, maybe some imposter syndrome around in regards to being a light being or being a light worker or a luminary. You know, someone who's able to shine their light. Maybe you haven't felt as full of light as you'd like to feel, and you're having a hard time seeing that or activating that in yourself. Do some mirror work, okay? Do some mirror work. Look at yourself in the mirror every day and just choose to see light within your being. Choose to see light around your body. Choose to see light in your eyes. Choose to see your light glowing in your skin. Choose to see the light of your heart through your mind's eye as you breathe and feel that light flowing through. Reaffirm and reconfirm your light, okay? And the more you do that, the more you will see the light in your experience, and the more you will manifest more light and high vibrational experiences. It's going to give you the clarity. It's going to give you the clarity. It's going to give you the vision. It's going to give you the intuition, and it's going to help you manifest things when you do that. Okay, so do some mirror work around seeing the light within you every day, and notice you'll start to see more light around. Now, we have the feminine piece upside down here and facing outwards. This feels as though she's really in a place of, she's in a place of surrender. She's in a place of servitude. This is your feminine energy surrendering to your masculine, and finding harmony with it. You're starting to let some of the feminine into the masculine essence of yourself. You're starting to soften those more hard edges within yourself with this feminine energy. But she's feeling a little uncomfortable. Like your feminine energy is a little uncomfortable with that, but it's doing the work. So that's good. And it's inching its way there. It's taking its time. It's being patient. And it feels a little out of place. It feels upside down. It feels awkward. It feels a little cautious, but it is doing it, okay? It is doing it. So give yourself the opportunity to be patient with your feminine and notice how the feminine parts of you are becoming more harmonious with the masculine parts of you. And give yourself credit for that and keep leaning into that when you notice it, okay? So that's really the second step. The first step is uncovering this stuff that's still on the feminine side. The root of your feminine is very pure. You were always a very pure spirit when you were younger, and you always have been. Very clear channel, very sensitive to energy. This is the desert rose down here at the bottom, saying that you're rooted in this sense of purity and intuition and cleansed energy. But then somewhere around, it feels like middle school or adolescence, your feminine energy started feeling really attacked. You had some generational stuff in your family line that felt like it was in the way of your ability to feel more positive and healthy with your feminine. And then you also had some attacks that you created some shields for. This maybe even you were feeling attacked by your family line or your old generational wounds, and you had to put some shields up around that. And this all buried the deep, pure intuition and desire to follow your heart. So maybe in, I think it was middle school, it feels like, or maybe even high school, early high school, you kind of stopped following your heart on things, and you started to become really buried by the wounds in your family line, your upbringing, some protection you felt like you needed to create for yourself. And it started to cover up your purity. It started to make you feel less connected to that pure light of yourself, which is what made you question your light. Which is why you feel a little disconnected, or you feel maybe a little bit like an imposter when you think about you being fully in your light vibration. But you know you are, you just don't see it as much as other people do. Sometimes you doubt it, or you dismiss the idea of that. So once you can uncover what it was that, has been heavy on your heart so much that it distracted you from following it in middle school or high school, once you uncover that and you kind of take some of those guards down that don't need to be there anymore from experiences that are over and done with, then you'll receive the generational healing. Those guards will go away. You'll also reveal your cosmic consciousness more connection to the stars and your starseed self with that. And you'll ultimately reconnect to your purity and your ability to follow your heart to find your purpose. So really powerful with that. Do the mirror work to face yourself and see the light within yourself, okay? Because the light is there. Trust it. Don't doubt it, and don't let yourself ignore it, okay? Let me know if that helps. Being the feminine is definitely uncomfortable, but I'm doing it. Good job, Danielle. Love it. Oh, thank you, Intuitive Psychos. Thank you for loving my music. You're from Broward, Florida. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, we got Melissa next. We're going to do Melissa. Melissa, do you have a question? Is there anything you want me to tap into specifically for you? Let me know. And then after Melissa, we will do Lindsay. Lindsay, also feel free to let me know if there's anything you want me to tap into for your portion. And then Mrs. Khow, I really hope I say your name right. I wish I knew. I should ask you next time I talk to you. Any guidance the shaman has for you. Okay, perfect. So we've got just general is fine for Melissa. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do Melissa first. Then we got Lindsay, and then we got Mrs. Kahu, and we will go from there. All right. All right, Melissa, let's see what we got from the Bone Shaman. Wow, not too much to talk about today. You're doing a lot of work. It seems pretty simple, straightforward today for you. We've got the feminine energy, and then we've got this beautiful cinnabar at the bottom. Everything came out at once. Boom. One and done, pretty easy for you. This at the bottom here is your foundation for business. Cinnabar is all about business and abundance and really creating more abundance and more success in business and business ventures. And it's right here at the root in the middle of the cloth. So this is saying root into your business, root into the foundations, start laying the foundations. If you're not already, which I believe you are, if I know correctly from what we've talked about. So really keep rooting into the foundation of your business. Start making the plans that you know you need to make, but do it in an intuitive way, which is right here, your intuition. Your intuition is upside down as well, and kind of looking towards the grounded energy, but kind of more intuitively to the feminine. So this is more receptive, and you need to be a little bit more proactive. So they're saying you can kind of step out of the receptive role a little bit more than you have been. You can start to move into more action now. You don't have to be as surrendered as you were. That you're probably a little uncomfortable already being that surrendered, so you can actually get yourself comfortable again a little bit more and start to plan with more action, just strategizing and letting some of those things ground into your experience. Let me see what else I'm getting here. Okay, they're saying also pay attention to how far you feel from your goal. You're not as far as you think. Don't get caught up in feeling like you have so much to do that it paralyzes you to do nothing. Take little steps, okay? The gap between where you're at and where you want to be will close quickly and efficiently when you just start to take the steps. Don't worry about the distance and the gap and the space between where you want to go or the foundation you're creating and the intuition that you're feeling you're going to be set up in. Because you are going to be very successful. There is going to be really beautiful things coming from your business. You are intuiting that correctly. But take the first little steps towards it. Don't get intimidated by the fact that there's so much to do, okay? It's really not that much, and you've got a lot of support and help, okay? So trust in that. How we feeling? Did that help? Let me know. Yes. Danielle says, I feel like I had to be more of a tomboy to be loved by my father. I stifled your true self. Yeah, totally get that. Makes so much sense for you, Danielle, from that last reading we did. I'm so glad that you have that knowledge now. Melissa, so on point. Yay, so good, so good. Oh, love that, Kevin. Yes, embrace every part of yourself, Danielle. Let it shine. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. We're rocking and rolling. Let's get to Lindsay next. We're going to do Lindsay next. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Danielle, for those super chat donations. I'm glad I could provide those readings for you from the Bone Shaman. All right, Lindsay, let's see what we got. Anything that comes up, you make sure everything is nice and everything is nice and shuffled in here. Okay. All right, Lindsay, let's see what we got. There must be another thing. Oh, maybe it skipped. I heard 4. I heard 4 beats, but I'm only seeing 3 trinkets. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit, but I'm keeping it in the same spot just so that everything's on here. Yeah, I don't see anything else that flew. So yeah, just 3 pieces, but 4 steps. Interesting, Lindsay. Okay, so you have 4 steps, but 3 things to do, okay? And actually this makes a lot of sense because you've got a really big gap right here, which is the 2nd step. So we're gonna read from top to bottom, from left to right. The first thing is that there are some masks, some illusions that are earning your top focus, earning the most of your attention. You're prioritizing, or you're putting these illusions or masks, these deceptions, you're considering them more important than you need to. It's almost like you're falling for some illusions or deceptions with something. It feels like it's outside of yourself. It feels like maybe it's a person or a relationship. It doesn't feel like well, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but it feels like there's a fantasy here. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real. You're putting a fantasy on a pedestal that's not realistic, and it's going to potentially cause some disappointment, or is already causing some disappointment or conflict. So what needs to happen is that you need to first take this fantasy and bring it into reality, get real with it, and then you need to take off whatever is not authentic about it, clear whatever is not realistic, so that it can be realistic. That way you're not just disappointed. This maybe people you put on pedestals and you expect them to do things, you put them at really high expectations, and then when they don't meet it, you get disappointed and you wonder why that keeps happening. It's because you're putting a pedestal on this fantasy. You're putting this fantasy on a pedestal, and you're not letting realistic expectations create realistic outcomes. So bringing this down from its pedestal, and being real with yourself on what's going on and what reality is, what's really true. That's the first step, okay? The next step is nothing. The next step is do nothing. Once you take that down from its pedestal and you start to just live in more realistic energy, when you start to feel more realistic connection, we're talking about expectations and disappointments today. Perfect. We're right on the point then. But once you do all that, then it's time to do nothing. You're being called to sit in the silence. You're being called to let the dust settle from the fantasy and from taking it off the pedestal and from getting real with yourself. You're meant to just do nothing. You're meant to just be in reality in that moment. Be neutral, be centered, and just observe. Don't do anything. Let the dust settle. That's the second step, which is really not a step, it's just be. Okay, that's why you got 3 trinkets but 4 beats. Something skipped. I think it was the Moldavite, okay? Good, I'm glad that you're doing that too. I'm getting chills. You're doing such a good job listening to your own intuition. So this is good confirmation. I think I need to be being real with yourself. Yeah, be more real with yourself on the things you think you need to, for sure. Trust that. Dive deeper. Ask yourself, is this true? Do I embody or really walk what I'm talking? Am I living what I said I was going to live? Am I doing what I said I was going to do? You know, checking in with your integrity, your follow through, your embodiment. Okay. Now the third step is this Moldavite. You're meant to connect to more of your cosmic connections. This is your connections to the stars, your starseed connections. I encourage you to go onto my YouTube channel and do some of the starseed meditations from the last couple of weeks. Any one of them will do, whatever you're called to. Those will naturally help you activate your cosmic self. But you're meant to download some light codes. And I think you're going to naturally do that as you do nothing and continue to be in that stillness. you're going to naturally start to download some light codes, some cosmic codes from the galaxies, the planets, the constellations, the stars that are out there activating us constantly. And you may be feeling extra sensitive to the changes in astrology right now, the way the transits are and the months or the planets and things like that, the retrogrades. So this is your third step, just noticing how you are cosmically aware, opening up to more awareness of the stars and cosmos and how they're impacting you and your cosmic connections, okay? And then the very last step is your feminine energy. This is your ancestors coming down here at the bottom, rooting into your ancestral connections on your matriarchal line, your mom, your mother's mother, the aunts in your family, if you have any sisters, any children, you know, any girls in the family, young girls, all of them being connected with their ancestral line on your mother's line. Observe that and see how this all plays into the fantasy that you maybe had and your need to get more real, so that it can reinforce that shift and it doesn't call you back to the fantasy. Something about recognizing how your mother line has also operated in the same pattern of fantasy will help you to clear it. This is a generational habit, generational healing thing for you. And that's why the galactic guides are wanting to come in to help too, because they really like to help with human ancestral transformation and alchemy. Okay, does that make sense? Let me know, Lindsay, let me know. She says, will do. Wow, just did a meditation with pulling stars down and looking into them. Oh, I love that. Love that. So good. So good. All right, y'all are doing the work. I see you. I see you doing the work. The messages are coming through so much easier tonight, and you're getting messages that aren't too complicated tonight. So it sounds like these Bone Shaman readings really are helping, you know, helping us to look at these complicated things in our life and helping us do the work so that our life gets less and less complicated. I'm here for it. All right, last reading, last one. Oh, I made a deck of cards and all the words you're saying were coming out. I love that. I also made a deck of cards. I don't have them on me right now because I was just showing them off to some friends, but I have Oracle deck of cards available, versavibes.com, if y'all want to go check them out. They are available for purchase. Oh, Kevin's also wearing Moldavite. Love it. All right, Mrs. Cow, let's go ahead and finish up with you this evening. Last reading of the Bone Shaman experience for February 2022. Mrs. Cow coming through for our last one. I love this. This dang straw, I think I might cut it or something soon because it's just really, gets in the way of the other stuff. I'm just gonna shuffle these one more time. All right, y'all, let's see what we doing here. This is how we're getting whatever messages we need for you from the Bone Shaman. 1, 2, 3. And all of them are off the stage, so let me pull everything back in the same position they were at. You got three steps, 3 trinkets. 1, 2, 3. They want me to read from, they want me to read this way. Everything is rooted here for you, Mrs. Cow, and your ancestors. And it's actually a gateway. They're showing, wow, this is cool. They're showing that you have a gateway. You're stepping into a gateway. You're stepping into a gateway. They're showing this to me. This gateway is going to help you to connect to your truth, your love, your light, your connection to your spirit and your ancestors, and the multi-dimensional aspects of yourself, the parts of you that are maybe hidden and locked away at this time. This is going to get you deeper to who you are. This gateway, so you're entering something, whatever you're entering, whatever gateway you're entering, whatever new path, new opportunity. This is helping you, okay? And this is also, they're saying you can start to work with cacao or plant medicines to help open your heart center to diving deeper into what you're going to learn in this gateway, in this new path. I think it might be the program. I know you're starting the program, the Intuitive Luminary program, you're starting your coaching program too. I think it's that, because they keep showing this gateway, this path. You're not there yet, but you're walking through. You've started to walk through the door. And on the other side of the door, you're going to be revealed these two things. These two things are going to come out from this gateway and reveal themselves to you. The first one is your highest self, your truest self, your highest power, your most intuitive self, your most divine aligned self. That's going to come through and really propel you up into the success and abundance and joy that you've been wanting and asking for. This is going to give you that level up you've been wanting. This is going to help you see more of your own true light and power and soul essence and purpose. That's going to come through from this work with, the plant medicine, your ancestors, and the connections to who you truly are on your deepest and most purest self and most rooted self. And then this gateway, if it's the program, which I think it is, that you're starting with me, it's this protection. So I know you just signed up for the program, and so it's funny because this program or this gateway, if it's something else, it may be a couple things, because I keep saying that it is the program, but there's more. So there's a couple things you're walking through, a couple changes you're making in your life, a couple paths you're stepping on, a couple things you're embarking on. And those things are opening you up to seeing your most highest success and the path to success. But then they're also showing you the path of protection. The path of protection that you've already taken that has caused you to protect yourself to a point of having a shield and needing to really preserve your energy. And also showing you how to be better at protecting yourself for a purpose that is more rooted in intention and more grounded into what you really want for your life. So this gateway or these multiple gateways or changes you're making in your life at your core, at the root of your being, is going to help you step into your highest purpose path and help you to refine the protection that you have in place to keep that safe. Plant medicines will also activate more of that realization. Ooh, what are we feeling? How are we feeling? What do you think? Oh, hi, Anthony. So glad to catch you and Mike too. I miss you guys. I love you both. Oh, yes, Kevin, this reading is really accurate to your life too. I love that. Even when we do the mini readings, the personal readings, they always hit for each other. You know, you're not watching this by mistake. You were called to join at this time and hear these messages for this reason, because we're all connected, and one person's mini personal reading is also a message for ourselves oftentimes. Yes, Mystic Haven, you'll have to ask next time, definitely about the shamanic path. Yeah, trust your intuition on that in the meantime. And also I do these bone shaman readings one-on-one as well, if anybody wants that. So definitely reach out if you want a one-on-one personal reading of any kind, not just the bone shaman, but also I do mediumship, I do energy cleanses with Reiki, Usui Reiki, and Egyptian Reiki. I also do general readings that cover love, work, family life, spiritual growth. I do cosmic connections readings to help you tap into more of your cosmic self. And I also offer one-on-one intuitive luminary coaching through my course and coaching program. It's a 6-month coaching program, one-on-one with me, with tons of guided meditations, aligned action items, journal prompts, and intuitive games, and a full 6-module course of information on how to develop your intuition and walk your enlightenment path with grace and ease. Plus, you get a community of other luminaries doing the same to lean into and support as you journey. So if you're interested in that and you want to be able to really step into your soul purpose this year, really feel your gifts and know how to work them, maybe even know how to control them a little bit better, and just learning how to manifest greatness, please reach out to me. Email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, or click the link in this video description once I upload it, or the link in any of my weekly readings from my Sunday weekly readings. There you can go and book a free consultation call anytime between now and March 1st, but make sure you do it as soon as you can, preferably before the 22nd, because you may get a late registration fee if you try to join after the 22nd, because the program is starting in March. So I'm super excited to be welcoming in some new luminaries this year and to be teaching them how to step into their purpose. So if that's going to be you, I can't wait to connect with you more on a consultation call to give you all the details. So make sure to sign up for that. It's free to sign up for the consultation call, okay? To learn about the coaching and all of the details there. All right, I love you so much. This has been so fun. As always, every single first Friday is so fun doing these readings. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to the Bone Shaman. Shout out to our ancestors. Shout out to all of you for receiving the messages and all of them for providing them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure to catch my Starseed Saturday meditation that I'm posting tomorrow for our new week ahead. And I'll also be posting a brand new weekly reading on Sunday live to talk about the new energy of the week coming up to get us all ready for the show. All right, I love you. I'll see you soon. Peace and have a wonderful night.